points. And speaking of Matt Alcone, conspicuous by his absence, the Alcone Motorsports team, normally a mainstay in SBI action, he has decided to sit this race out. Hi, everybody. I'm Stan Lane. Welcome to beautiful and hot Deerfield Beach, Florida. Stop number 5 on the SBI Fountain Superboat Grand Prix Series. The boat you see behind me is the one they call the Big Dog. Big Thunder Marine, extremely special. This boat has 4 engines and 4 outdrives. This is the boat that won stop number 1 in Mar del Plata, and this is the boat that set the world lap kilo speed record in Key West, Florida. Now, this boat's stuffed in Miami. They've made repairs, and if this boat is dialed in, they'll give Sloppy Joe's fits all day long. Another 4-engine boat that we thought would be here, eagerly anticipated, was Dan Campbell, a local hero here. He has a 50-foot Jaguar cat, but that boat was involved in a traffic mishap on Interstate 95. That boat will have to race another day. Right now, for the weather and water conditions, let's go to Jim Hendrick.
Well, Stan, while it's a sunny day in the pits, it's just offshore that bothers me. Some nasty thunderheads are developing, may cause a little chop to today's race. It's a stark contrast to yesterday's testing conditions. It was a perfect beach day yesterday. Warm and sunny. Boater's paradise, calm and flat was the Atlantic. Several boats tested. However, they're not banking on duplicating those conditions here today. The weather here off of Deerfield Beach is very cloudy, 91 degrees. Possibility, as we said, of storms. The seas are 2 to 3 feet. Now let's take a look at the lineup. Sloppy Joe's in Superboat, Big Thunder in Superboat. The Limiteds, Trambuie on Ice, Big Thunder Marine, Seascape, along with Riveted, Fountain Mercury. In the Super V, Lip Ship Special, Horn, Powerboats Flyer, and Fountain. And various other classes, a total of 30 boats here today, Stan. That's a pretty good representation, but they're going to have their work cut out for them looking at this water. Here's our starting lineups in the stock classes also, and they'll have to, those little boats will have a really rough time out here.
That they certainly will. I'm just hoping that those Thunder Boomers hold off until we can get this race under our belt.
Production A, manufacturer's class, they're all here. A beautiful shot from our helicopter. Boca Raton Inlet is where the 30-some boats are coming out just north of Deerfield Beach for this big race. One of the boats who won't start in this race is the manufacturer's class. It's called Stress Management. Here it is on the trailer. They're out with trouble from testing. They took sand in the water intakes, and they burned up an engine stand, and that was bad news for them.
Yeah, sand is not on the diet of a high-performance offshore engine, that's for sure.
Today, our viewers are going to take a real good look at this race from inside the cockpit. You'll be part of the crew. You'll hear the driver talking in several instances to their throttleman and vice versa, planning their strategy. You're going to be part of this race.
Well, we've got more onboard cameras in this race we've had ever before. We've even got a helmet cam. I'm looking forward to that.
And, of course, the cameras are aboard several classes, so they'll take a different aspect here. We'll ride along the cockpit of Reggie Fountain, who's going after a milestone, as Stan researched earlier.
When the subject of racing legends comes up, several names come to mind. In the sport of NASCAR racing, the king, Richard Petty, set an unprecedented 200 career victories. In NHRA drag racing circles, gentleman Bob Glidden set the mark with 87. But in powerboat racing and offshore, one man and one man only comes to mind, and that's Reggie Fountain, who today here in Deerfield Beach will try to eclipse the 100th victory mark in this boat, number 76. Earlier, I had the opportunity to talk to Reggie about breaching the century mark.
We'd be glad to get that 100th one today. It'll be a milestone for us, and we're looking forward to getting it whenever it is.
I know that you've been burning the midnight oil, trying to get that cat dialed in. You've done all kind of work to it. Tell us about that.
Well, we've been changing it from race to race, and with the program we've got set up, we just haven't had the time to do the testing we need to do since we got the boat several months ago. So we'll be running tests out there in the race today. The problem is when you get in the race and you say, well, it's not exactly right, it's too late to change it then. So now we're doing bottom changes again for about the 5th time, and drive height changes, prop changes, a long list of items we're working on.
Best of luck on that 100th victory.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Coming up, the start of the Superboat International Deerfield Beach Grand Prix, sponsored by Fountain Powerboats, because there is a difference. And by the city of Deerfield Beach. We'll be back in just a moment. Second annual Deerfield Beach Grand Prix. How is the second event different from the first?
Bigger and better, and thanks to the association, all the racers, we're going to have a good time today.
SBI looks forward to coming back many more years.
Well, we hope so. We want to make this top venue.
The Pace Boat in into position to start the race is the first wave of Superboats and the Super Vs set to go into action, and the others will be standing by for their green flag.
Well, if you don't want to play, get off the porch, because these are the big boys as we look over the shoulder of James Lee, driver of Big Thunder Marine. That's the view he has, Jim, as he watches for that green flag to be raised.
A very exciting part of the race now. They're really getting into it. The adrenaline is flowing. Look how dark those clouds are as we look to the stern of Big Thunder Marine here on this Atlantic Ocean course.
And I just saw some lightning come in from those thunderous clouds as well. We're now on number 8. This is the other Big Thunder entry over the shoulder of veteran throttle man Joey Impressia. He's seeing a lot of spray in this Superboat limited class.
The Superboats are heading for the starting line now. Rooster tails are starting to rise. Look at the helicopters in place. Some of our cameras are aboard those. And of course, the Angel 1 and Angel 2, which is our safety choppers. Very important in this race.
And right now, number 10, Big Thunder Marine, extremely special. He's cranking up all 4,000 of those horsepower as they head to the start. Look at the nasty weather, Jim, offshore. I don't like this.
No, I don't either. And they're close to shore now. The spectators get a great view here at beautiful Deerfield Beach. What a nice town, nice people. And I hope the rain just holds it off. Now, the green flag is out. The race has started. Let's go aboard number 10 who leads.
Okay, go ahead and pick it up again. We got to beat this guy to the turn. You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead and, yeah, keep it hammered down. They're coming up on us, so hit it.
Now look at the rear view of our lead boat. Look how dark those clouds are. He's out in front here on the lap number 1 of what is scheduled to be about 18 laps.
Already we're seeing speeds just on lap number 1 of 120+ miles per hour. On board now, of course, Guido Vermey, the driver of this boat. But we're looking over the shoulder of veteran throttle man Joey Impressia. His hands are on those gas sticks, Jim.
And he's going to have to be quick, because when they get on the backside and they come down to the north, well, then you're going to find out the water's going to change. He's going to have to change those gas sticks and compensate. Looking out, Forrest Barber's back end here. Drambuie on ice. This boat is really coming on strong.
Boy, with this rear view and now the front view on James E. Lee, the driver of the Big Thunder Marine, you really get to feel the sensation of what these drivers are going through at these tremendously high speeds.
Here's Reggie Fountain, his first-time navigator, Powerboat magazine writer Eric Colby, who we talked to earlier about being along for what could be a memorable ride.
If he gets number 100, I'll be thrilled to be along with him, and that'll be a really nice ride for me. He's got a long history with the magazine. He's one of our biggest supporters, as he is of SBI, and he was a good friend of our founder, Bob Nordskog, who raced a fountain right up till he died, so it should be a real good time for us.
No more grab a helmet, strap on a life jacket, and jump in a boat, turn the key, and start and go. Now it is technology. Air masks, oxygen mask, if you will. Look at this. Navigational aids as we make the turn in turn number 1. 30 boats in the water. Referees have a big job. Meet the head referee.
Boat racing, I've been around for about 25 years, and I've been in every aspect of it as a racer, former world speed record holder, boat builder, engine builder. And as an official, the racers themselves like to know if there is a problem with the rule book or on the race course, that there's somebody behind them that at least has some knowledge and experience in the sport. We've got a new tractor-trailer rig where we have all of our technical equipment inside to make sure the rule book is adhered to.
We're back to racing, and our early leader still remains to be Big Thunder Marine as we look down from our helicopter. Beautiful Deerfield Beach. More action to come. We'll be right back. And our Superboat leader is number 10, Big Thunder. And on their hip, look at Drambuie, the number 4 boat challenge in this race.
Wow, this is impressive. A super limited boat showing the super boat just how much power they have as we go to our second wave. These are the smaller boats, Jim. The A-class, production class, Super V. And you see leading the way already is that the B boat, which is amazing. The B boat is leading a Super V boat with a lot less horsepower. That, of course, is Instigator.
Dave Peterson, the driver of this Frayed Knot A boat. The camera right behind his helmet, and his throttle man directly behind him in line, James Madden. As we said, we have several cameras in several classes. Whoa! Hang on, man. This is a big ride.
You'll notice the flat ride attitude of this hull design. It's a Harry Shoal design. It's got a huge single step in the middle of the boat. They got a little loose there, though, on that turn.
These seas are getting rougher now, and those clouds are getting darker as we look at the Haviland, Robert McElhenney.
We're hearing from race control, Jim, that this boat right here may have jumped the start, and if that is true, then they will be penalized by head referee Mike Drury.
On board once again, Doug Kelly, the driver, rumor has it.
This, of course, is an S boat. It's got the safety canopies. This is a small boat, a 30-foot boat, so you can see all the wave action that this boat is taking.
Looking at the leaders into turn 2, look at the wide line that the Drambuie number 4 is taking to leave room for that superboat on the inside. That's very wise to do that in safety, really.
Well, you must maintain your lane in the turns, and of course, turn 2. But Forrest Barber, in my opinion, is swung out a little bit too wide now. You don't want to scrub off too much speed, but the Big Thunder Marine boat, see, he took the narrow line, and of course, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Boy, this weather is worsening as we look at the A38. Holy cow, you see how dark those clouds are getting, and the water is really kicking up now. They may have to make some decision here. I don't think they're going to go 18 today.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Back on board, Dave Peterson now. Driver afraid not. Of course, Jim Madden, his throttle man, and this boat is all over the place. They've got it aired out. They've got the trim way up high, trying to get the maximum amount of speed.
Look at his pound. Look at him.
Throw the hammer, Jimbo, throw the hammer.
He heard him say, throw the hammer. That means put the throttle to the wall.
A rough ride by the crew of the manufacturer's class F2. They have an open cockpit. The navigator, Pat Howey, has a helmet, camera. The driver, Shane Sherman. What a ride they're getting, and look at this weather.
And you see on the bottom left of your screen that tape there, those strips of tape, they actually count the laps. As high-tech as this sport has gotten, they still rely on tape to count laps, but it's very effective.
Running second, the V1 JH Limpship Special. They won in Argentina, winner at Miami, and they won at Hampton.
And Jack Herrick, of course, is still waving Jim to the crowd.
He'll never stop that. V7 Jim Horn, local fountain dealer. He's running third in Super V here on the Atlantic Ocean, Deerfield Beach.
This, of course, a 44-foot fountain with those staggered engines. You see that the hood scoops are staggered there.
The Muscle. They're the SBI points leader in the Sportsman B class, coming right at you with that deep V hull.
Yesterday, a real show of muscle here on the beach, a bodybuilding contest, men and women, and afterward, the contestants visited the pit area to the awe of everyone. And I understand, Jim, you were a guest poser.
Yes, I was. I was before.
Oh, I see. Before
that was
and
after. Big Thunder, James Lee piloting into turn 1.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Just bring it back. Okay, milk it. Bring it back. Milk it.
You got a boat
I know. Go. Go for a little bit. Okay, slow down. Give me get a boat. Okay, hit it. Damn. Slow down. Can't see. Okay, go for it. All right.
And, of course, visibility. He said, I can't see. That water's kicking up.
Okay.
The clouds are getting darker.
And I'm also hearing, Jim, that we're starting to see some raindrops fall from those clouds, so that will also inhibit visibility.
And think about the helicopters, especially the guys upstairs that are the medics case. You know, there's a lot to take in account here because that weather is worsening, no doubt about it.
The clouds are definitely moving in on us as we look over the stern of Big Thunder. Now here's Sloppy Joe's, one of the most popular boats in the entire SBI fleet. Randy Roberts, of course, driving today. They are the points leader now in Superboat class after that Hampton, Virginia race, and Mike Gerard on the throttles.
Once again, we're on board the Fountain boat, Reggie Fountain.
Okay. Nothing to get off? Whoa, I couldn't turn that sucker. No, you're all right. I lost my steering, man. You lost the steering? No steering.
You heard Reggie Fountain say it. He's lost his steering. Let's find out if there's any more problems.
The hatch? No, I was lost it all. Huh? I lost it.
These boats are, of course, equipped with hydraulic steering and a hydraulic helm. They may have lost the pump, or perhaps the tie bar broke as well.
Pop the hatch, let people know, all right? Let's just slow down. Okay.
They're popping the hats. That means they're going to be out of this race, and yes, they are. That's too bad, because they were doing very well.
Well, they were right in the thick of things, but as you know, Jim, attrition claims about 40% of all offshore race boats in SBI, and it's bitten Reggie once again.
No problem with the number 8 Big Thunder in Super Limited. Throttle man is on the left side of the cockpit in this particular boat.
This is a 46-foot skater, very, very successful hull. We talked about it before. It was the former Zero Defect boat. As we are on board now, this is the same boat. You'll notice the throttle man has his hands on those throttles constantly. They're going forward, they're going back. He has to monitor each different wave he hits. Do not want to take the hull out of the water and over-rev those engines and blow them up.
They get a turn and look at the skies.
I see some rain on the left. You see that bank of water coming. So I know that John Carbonell and, of course, all the officials are keeping a close eye on this situation.
B-class point leader, the Muscle, on the front stretch, going south on this course. This is the smoothest part. When they start going north, it gets a little rougher.
But they are following the transom of Instigator, the other B boat. This is a close race in B-class.
Listen to those engines sing. The clouds are rolling in. The weather is worsening. It's the V76 Fountain leading Super B. We saw them side by side the entire race in Key West with the V1. Throttle man Art Lilly is determined to be more competitive here at Deerfield Beach.
That was the first race on with that new boat of ours, and after the way Reggie had set it up and everything in the factory and got it dialed in, I think we're running a little faster now than we were down in Key West the first race. So with the other boats that are here, it's going to be competition, but we'll see what happens.
Well, running faster is not the word. They are screaming today. We're seeing speeds well over 120 miles an hour, and that's exceptional for a Super V boat.
A1 Performance Marine pitching and rolling in that open cockpit boat.
A little bit of chine walk action there, Jim.
They're rocking and rolling in the A-class today. 2 leaders, Superboat and Superboat Limited. They continue to be out front. We'll be right back in just a moment. And let's bring you up to date. In the Superboat Limited class, Reggie Fountain is out with steering problems. Drambuie is the leader, while the Sea Escape is running third. Clay Wilson, the driver, the veteran throttle man, Errol Lanier. Earlier, we got an explanation on some roll cage design engineering on a new limited boat.
This is a brand new canopy. Unlike a NASCAR canopy, this canopy is designed to support the glass and not support the load of the boat. In the event of a rollover, this 0.95 inch and 3/4 diameter steel tube supports the glass. There's a lot of dynamic loads that go on in a rollover from different quarters, and the loads become tremendous. The glass is off of an E6 jet aircraft and is designed to absorb a lot of load and a lot of shock. We relied on computers, loads, looked at a lot of tapes, a lot of videos of accidents, and determined what the average accident was and what a freak or an unusual accident is, including going in backwards. The only penalty to this stand is the weight, and 88 pounds against how fast we're going with the new Keith Eichert engines. We don't believe it's a penalty. It's going to perform well. The goal here is really to support this E6 glass, and it does it well.
Having problems on the front stretch is the riveted James Shade, the driver.
They just purchased this boat. They are still getting it dialed in. That is a state-of-the-art roll cage, however. You see the other boats scream past them. They are definitely down on speed.
So many things can go wrong with an offshore racer. Power unit, outdrives, props, steering, you name it. Thunder Marine, still the leader in class here at the Superboat International Race at Deerfield Beach.
They're getting a great ride as we hop on board now. Once again, over the right shoulder of Joey Imprescia. His hands on the throttles. His left hand is on the tabs and the drive systems. As they negotiate this turn, a lot of work has to be done. These cats tend to kind of skip around a turn, whereas a deep V will lean and dig down into a turn, and they can turn a lot sharper than a cat can. And now they're out on the straightaway. It's back up to full power.
Number 8, Big Thunder Marine, currently second. We go to the number 10, Big Thunder Marine. They've led since the flag dropped. They're looking for a wire-to-wire win here today.
And they are bouncing around. The water is picking up. The clouds are moving in. They're getting a pretty rough ride now, but this boat is a big boat. It's heavy. It has 4 engines, and it carries a lot of fuel.
Drambuie leading in class. They were washed down in Key West, remember? They didn't finish. Doing well today.
They certainly are. They have also led wire to wire, and Forrest Barber told me, he said, one way to avoid being washed down is to lead the darn race.
So not to confuse the viewers, the boat in front of him is not in his class. He is the leader in his class.
That is correct.
Drambuie's on us. Go ahead and pick it up here.
On board now, James Ely, the driver of Big Thunder Marine, extremely special, and they are once again proving how special this boat is. Those 4 engines, Jim, are holding together so far.
Look at the pounding. And look at the pier, how stacked it is here at Deerfield.
One of the best vantage points to watch this race in Deerfield Beach is over 1,000 people on that pier. I hope those pilings can support the weight.
Now, I'll tell you what, the Deerfield Beach people have supported Superboat International. We're going to be back again next year, and I hope the weather will be better. It's getting rougher. The best is yet to come. We'll be back in a moment. Behind the driver.
This boat, as we said earlier, is just truly awesome. 4,000 horsepower. But a little earlier in the pits, it wasn't just a party. It was a celebration of Diamond Dave Branch's birthday in the Muscle Pit. And look at that decadent display of big boy toys. And a batch of spicy crawdads for all the guests. Jim, I was actually appalled at how many crawdads you ate.
Made a pick of myself, but it was really, really good.
Some presents for Diamond Dave. This guitar from the rock group Jackal. And 100 yards away at the Cove, more SBI revelry as racers enjoyed each other's company at a pre-race get-together. There's John Carbonell. He loves those parties.
He loves those parties. He never misses a party.
Jack Herrick always in rare form.
Shane Sherman was also enjoying that party as Phil Esposito, the muscle, checking up Sportsman B class. They're in the rough right now. They trail the B1 Instigator. 3-foot waves. The Instigator may have an advantage over that boat. Owner Peter Meyer noted that earlier.
Our boat is heavy, about 1,800 pounds, so it'll make a factor today if it is rough.
On the turns in today's race, with all those turns, did this boat turn better than that power play or about the same?
Well, I think I do have a better driver. Joe is better. I'm not, I will brag about him a little bit, but Dave is very good over there. I'm not going to take anything away from him.
Words of Peter Meyer, and there's a little friendly rivalry going there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how friendly it is, though. It's getting interesting here in SBI action.
In Class A, Performance Marine, a 28-foot power play, is the leader. William Cate, the driver. Patrick Sullivan, the throttle man. 2 men, a boat and rough water, and an open cockpit.
And these guys always dare to air, Jim. They love it out here.
On board, A38 Frayed Knot. Let's listen in. They're having problems.
We're breaking up, but just keep going. Take your rev limiter all the way out.
It is. Hammer is down.
Okay. All right, try the other rev limiter, just for the hell of it. Can you switch on the fly, or you got to throttle back?
I'm down, man.
Okay. Keep, well, if you can, is that you pulling back?
No, man.
All right.
It doesn't like something, man.
All right, think about it logically now, okay?
I got fuel pressure.
Okay.
I got oil pressure.
Okay.
I got water temperature in my gearbox. I got water. I've got too much temperature.
Okay.
I've got way too much temperature.
All right. Maybe we got a hose loose or something, okay?
I don't have any indication of water.
Okay, I'm gonna try to loosen my belt and look behind us and see if we can get to the middle.
Now let's get out of here. This is heavy traffic, man.
Okay. I'm gonna look, but I ain't gonna turn until I can see. Okay.
A38 pulling into the infill now to avoid all the traffic.
We smell like we're burning oil or something. Maybe you got an oil line.
I'm burning. I'm overheated. I gotta stop.
Okay.
This is a single engine boat. They've got twin rev limbers. They've obviously got a heating problem. Could be water, it could be the oil pressure.
Martin Sanborn, the 71 Fountain Team, leading the manufacturer's class.
Let's jump on board now. Another manufacturer's class. This is F211. This is fast lane. You see all the water spray on the helmet cam. They are right behind the fountain boat. This is a hot and heavy contested class right here.
Shane Sherman driving through a rough turn number 2. Gives you an idea of conditions in that 31-foot boat. And look how dark those clouds are from the south.
Jumping down into S-Class right now, Club Casachogwo is catching some major league air there. This little lightweight boat is just screaming twin outboard engines, and they are the class of the field today in S-Class.
2 pods with a little wing there, and they can fly it right off the water. Air gets up underneath there.
This boat, of course, was the national and world champion last year. They've changed the name, but they haven't changed their success.
They're also the point leaders so far in SBI action in 1998.
Oh, look at that cloud, Jim.
S28 Haviline on the inside is running second in the stock class. They did not, by the way, jump the start. There was no penalty. That was the ruling of Mike Drury, the referee.
Well, they are currently being passed now by the V76 fountain boat. This is a 38-foot fountain, twin engines. We talked about it earlier. This boat is brand new, extremely light composite layup, and it is extremely fast. They are leaving V1 JH Electric in their wake today.
Looks like the water has not really affected this boat too much. Look how smooth he's riding, but that rain and those clouds are coming.
Well, this boat has twin steps, and it does ride very, very flat and very smooth. We are on board now. Doug Kelly, of course, the driver. This is another S-boat, Primeco, rumor has it. Gary below on the throttles, of course, and this boat is flying around just like the Club Casachoke boat was. They're on the north turn. It's very rough up here.
Boy, look at him fight that wheel.
There you go.
That was close.
I stayed in it that time. A little harder. Whoa.
They know it was close. Listen to him.
I think that turn raised their blood pressure a little bit.
Boy, it's getting dark to the south. Their visibility is going to be affected. I can tell you right now. Look at those clouds.
Well, this storm system is closing in from all directions, and we're hearing from race control that John Carbonell is keeping a very keen eye on the conditions.
Modifieds, M11, Team Pepsi, Joseph Bonavano, and he's teamed up with Charlie Hames. Charlie's been around a little bit.
He certainly has. He was teamed up with Forrest Barber last year, but he's combined forces now. This is a very successful boat.
We'll be back with more from Deerfield Beach in just a moment. Deerfield Beach. International action. Deerfield Beach, Florida. A shot from above shows the Big Thunder on the inside is second in Super Limited. Currently, the Sloppy Joes, who is the Superboat points leader to date, is also running second in the Superboat division. Earlier, we took a look at what makes the boat, with Papa Hemingway on its side, really tick.
Dwight Hickey's my crew chief, and every day after work, he's over there helping me every day, and it's basically me and him mostly, and we do a little bit every day to it in between races and just try and keep it fun.
In addition to a minimal crew, Mike's family, Christina on the left and his son Christian right there in the center, cute little guy, they often come along to some of these races, which is good.
Yeah, it just keeps your mind clear and thinking positive for the race, I guess. Make sure all the family problems are good.
Mike's father, Art Gerard, owns and usually drives, but today, Randy Roberts takes the wheel. He gives credit to the throttle man for the team's success this season.
Well, luckily we got Mike Gerard, one of the best in the business, and he knows what he's doing, and I follow his lead, and we seem to turn out okay.
Sloppy Joe's Superboat points leader, dogged by number 8 Big Thunder Marine Special in a real good battle here in rough water.
But let's not forget those boats are in separate classes. Sloppy Joe's is trying to overtake the other Big Thunder boat, Extremely Special. Look at this rear view now. You see the pounding, you see the boat leave the water. This is Forrest Barber, of course, the driver of Drambuie on ice, and they are leading in Superboat Limited.
When you lose view of that rooster tail, you're airborne. Checking the leaders. Big Thunder Marine leading the Superboat. Let's listen in as Bob and James negotiate this turn.
Watch out. Slow down. Okay, hit it. All yours.
Big Thunder, communication is very important.
Because they're right next to us.
Talking to his throttle man. Says get off it, hit it. Push it back on the gas sticks. Constant communication. Winners at Argentina this year.
On the outside, on the left side of your screen, of course, Drambuie on ice. We were on board with them a little earlier, and they've got washed down, and I tell you what, they want to prove a point today. The boat is brand new this year, state-of-the-art boat, 44-foot skater. But this boat right here, 46-foot skater with 4 engines, lots of horsepower as he overtakes a Super V boat.
Drambuie, washed down in Key West, back up here today, challenging John Townsend, premier throttle man, sitting right next to Forrest Barber. The boat spent a lot of time in the shop, and a few changes were made. Driver Forrest Barber made a comment.
We should be going really well today, I think. This is kind of an R&D race for us. We're trying some new equipment, some new engines from Sterling, and some different components. So we're hoping that it should be a good race for us and be successful as well.
So far, very successful. As we mentioned earlier, they have led from flag, and they're looking for that checkered flag now. It's also a super limited boat. He is chasing Drambuie. Errol Lanier, of course. Sea Escape. They are still running third. They seem, Jim, to be a little bit down on power.
In stock class, the S12 Key West Lager running through the slop and getting a little air under them. They're currently running 4th.
Yeah, they're not going all that fast today. I think they may have a problem, too. They just got blistered by a modified boat. That, of course, Joey Padovano. This little Key West Lager boat is really actually only 26 feet long. It's been extended a little bit as we jump on board now. Rumor has it Primeco, and they're in some rough water. They have a sticker on the side of their boat that says that we crave rough water. Well, they're getting all they want today.
Currently running 3rd. A little quiet in the cockpit. They're not saying too much.
They're holding on for dear life. Now, you notice that these cockpits are separate as opposed to the Drambuie cockpit, which is a single unit, and both men sit side by side, shoulder to shoulder. A little bit of a rough ride.
Look at the little sidewalk. You can see the effect. Leader is Superboat, Big Thunder Marine, going after their second win of the season. Lots of people on the beach and on the pier. More to come in just a moment. Sloppy Joe's running second, Mike Gerard and Randy Roberts. And while they're running second, our helicopter will show you the distance they have to go to catch the leader, number 10, Big Thunder Marine, with Jim Lee and Robert Morgan. We're looking over the shoulder of the driver, Jim Lee, inside the cockpit.
And they're getting a very, very smooth ride here at this point in time. The weather has held off here, and I'm hoping it will continue to hold off, but we are still surrounded by ominous clouds.
Superboat Limited leader number 4, the Drambuie on ice, the team of Forrest Barber and John Tomlinson getting a pretty good ride.
All that hard work has definitely paid off so far. They are the class of the field today in Superboat Limited.
Big Thunder Marine Special running second, Guido Verme and Joey Impresia. Reminds me, Joey Impresia was married in Key West on a race boat.
He certainly was. Veteran throttle man. He knows exactly what to do and when to do it out there on the boat.
He's on the throttles, and they're passing a boat on his left.
You have to maintain your lane. We said it before. You cannot switch lanes here or accidents will happen.
Boy, look at the air coming under Sea Escape, running third. Boy, give some attention to Errol Lanier on those throttles.
This boat also in Superboat Limited. We've seen quite a bit of attrition in Superboat Limited. This boat is leading in Super V. It's the Fountain Boat. Art Lilly, of course, on the throttle sticks today.
Dark, ominous clouds. Oh, my goodness, we're going to get a storm here, and look at who's waving.
Obviously, the weather not affecting Jack Herrick. He's not a bit worried. They are running second, though. They need to make up some time on that Fountain Boat.
He's a fun guy. I'll tell you, he really is, and he enjoys being out there racing. Jim Horn, Powerboat Flyer, third, is pitching and rolling here today.
That boat seems to be skidding a little bit. I know he's got very, very long trim tabs on that and standoff boxes, but the boat doesn't seem to be handling just the way he would want it to, and he is, as you said, in third place. Beautiful boat.
Yeah, it's a good-looking boat, and right now we'll move on to modified. This is the M11 Team Pepsi. They lead in modified, and as that front gets closer, the waves are kicking up more. Look at how eerie it's getting to look.
Yeah, we're starting to get some raindrops. You can see on your picture that the picture looks a little bit hazy. That's not the camera, the lens. That is actually some rain starting to fall.
Rick Felson, the owner and throttle man of High Risk, and his partner, Mike Nicholson, the driver, are going to get wet in that open cockpit. They lead in Pro Class.
They won't be getting wet soon, though, because he has a brand new canopy boat on order. This is your leader in C class. It's a 30-foot Cobra Cat hull. They're getting a good ride, and what a wild, nice paint job on that boat. I like that.
Bruce Stroud on the throttle. He's the Budweiser Nationwide. They're the leader in class. Moving now down to the B class. The Instigator leads the Muscle in the B class.
Instigator definitely is doing a great job today. They said this boat can handle rough water, and the seas are picking up. And here's your leader in A class, still Performance Marine. The boys who dare to air, they are doing that today and doing it very, very well indeed.
Stock class very tight. S8 leads. S28 Team Haviland behind in second place. Whoa! Look out! They got airborne. Hold on, Nelly.
Letting it all hang out for that checkered flag. They want the money, they want the prize points, and they want that trophy.
S31 in third, and you're on board with Doug Kelly, the driver. Primeco, rumor has it. Gary Below is the throttle man.
These guys have the safety of those cockpits. Our leader in this class, the Club Casachoke boat, has no cockpits, and they're all over the place. If they do nose in, they'll have to duck their heads.
Listen to these guys. Fighting that wheel.
Got some very snotty water out here right now.
Very snotty water. That's putting it mildly.
Well, the winds are picking up as this front closes in on us. And here's your leader in manufacturer's class, and this is a hotly contested class. These boats are evenly matched. They have the exact same power in them.
Here is our helmet camera once again bobbing up and down in an open cockpit. These guys are standing up in that deep V, absorbing the shock with their legs as they hit through the waters up to 3-foot waves.
Back up to Superboat Limited Big Thunder Marine Special. The other Big Thunder Marine is called Extremely Special because they have twice the number of engines.
Joey and Prussia looking over his right shoulder. He's a throttle man on the left side of the boat. We'll be back with more action from Deerfield Beach after this timeout.
There's something happening on the water. At Fountain Powerboats, when we race, you win.
Back on the Atlantic, SBI racing the Deerfield Beach Grand Prix. The dark clouds have moved in and virtually surrounded this race course.
They are all over us. The racers continue to go, but they're having to slow down a little bit. I can tell just to negotiate what's going on here. Visibility is diminishing.
Big Brother is out in front, the current leader, number 10, Big Thunder, and we're on board.
This is the Big Thunder Extremely Special. They've burned off a lot of fuel. And the more fuel they burn off, the lighter this boat becomes, and it becomes even faster. This boat set, of course, a kilo lap speed record in Key West.
Back a ways, a battle royal in Super V, 3 boats, with V76, the Fountain leading. They're still battling right along that shoreline, heading south.
You can see the water conditions have definitely worsened, and it's not that they have big waves, but conditions are very confused. Sloppy seas was the term used earlier.
Boy, we're hitting the rain now, slowing down. Visibility, definitely. Look at the rain come. Look at the visibility. It's disappearing. Be careful, guys.
Now, I'm not only worried about the boats being able to see, but also the helicopters and our medical crews are facing this visibility problem as well. This could get pretty bad up there.
They'll start to slow down now if they can't negotiate the turns. They're looking for the buoys, which is the markers on the course. And they can remember there are spectator boats out there.
On these larger boats, they are equipped with GPS navigational systems, which do help in these kind of conditions. Look at that, Jim. The visibility is maybe an eighth of a mile.
Very smart, slowing down now, hitting the rain. Visibility definitely a factor, and look at it pour on the dram buoy.
Far starboard, of course, the driver, and Johnny Tomlinson, one of the premier throttle men in the world now, and they're having to slow down the rain now, but we're getting a downpour.
Our onboard cameras are really telling the story here that what the drivers and the throttlemen see, we'd never know it without these cameras. They are worsening at the south end. You can't even make out the shoreline. This could be a problem, not only for the drivers, but the judges and the medical teams as well.
Watch the throttle man working this throttle on this turn. He's having a hard time seeing. He's pulling the throttles back a little bit, cutting down on the RPMs, pulling the boat back down the water, and looking off the stern now. You see those raindrops on the lens of the camera, but the Big Thunder Marine Extremely Special still going upwards of 100 miles an hour. Amazing.
Well, these big boats have a problem. What about the little guys, the smaller boats? They're going to have problems also.
Problems are key.
They're still racing, but they have bad conditions, and they're trying to handle it.
And you can tell how excited they were just to find the turn.
Okay, turn left. That's good right there. With the red flag, just stay. No, it ain't red flag. I didn't see a red flag. We're going to run down behind this weather here. Just keep going straight till you see a spectator boat. You want to hit, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. Stay on that heading, go to the right, hard right. Doug, you're way towards shore, go to the right.
Well, they're headed towards shore, Jim.
The red flags are out. They did spot one. This race is going to be called. The race is over. The checkered is out too. The racers are being waved onto the infield.
That's a red flag, right?
And none too soon, Jim. It was getting very, very hairy. You heard the driver and the throttle man on that Primeco boat. They were on the verge of losing it. They were headed towards shore.
Unofficially, number 10, Big Thunder wins. All the boats have been called to the infield. The race course is closed here in Deerfield Beach. The canopies are being opened. The drivers are slowing down. Stan, smart move.
Oh, it definitely was. Safety always the #1 factor here. You see some of the boats on the back stretch still going by, and even a few on the front stretch that haven't really noticed that red flag. They need to be cognizant of that because this race is over.
A smart move by John Carbonell, president of Superboat International, and Mike Drury. Safety first with SBI. We'll be back with the winners in a moment. ESPN coverage of the Superboat International Deerfield Beach Grand Prix, sponsored by Fountain Powerboats, because there is a difference. And by the city of Deerfield Beach. After a red flag race due to the weather, which seems to have changed again, we get the official word why the race was called.
It was called because of visibility. The choppers lost track of some of the boats and felt that it was necessary to call the race.
Back at the dock, number 10, Big Thunder, is the Superboat winner as they come into the dock. The winner in Super Limited is also in. Let's go down to Stan to talk to them.
Forrest's Drambuie boat was up there with the big dog, that big 4-engine boat, all day long.
You know, we were hanging with them today, Stan. The boat ran really well, and we stayed tight with them on the straightaways and the corners. They just pulled away from us, but it was a lot of fun racing with those guys.
Johnny, I guess one way to not get hosed down is to stay out front, huh?
Yeah, we like to leave everybody laying out there, and we put some new equipment in the boat, and it ran really strong today, and it showed. It was a great race.
And here's the order finish for Super Limiteds here in this race. Reggie Fountain did not get win number 100. Stan spoke with him when he came in.
Reggie, your fans all around the world, I know, were rooting for you today, but that 100th victory just was a little bit elusive for you.
Yeah, it was. We made some changes just before the race started, and they worked out. We put the right propeller on, and we dropped the drives down, and that worked out, and everything hooked up, but we lost the steering doing that first lap, and at the end of the first lap, it was completely gone, and we couldn't steer the boat anymore, so we had to pull off the course. Matter of fact, we just had to keep going straight past the corner because we couldn't turn it.
The big spectator fleet here today slowed some of the races from returning to the docks, but we understand now that the winner, Big Thunder, is at the winner's dock, and Stan Lane is with them right now.
Bob, once again, this big dog proved that 4 engines can really smoke the competition.
This boat runs hard. We kind of let Drambuie catch up with us a couple times because we were kind of feeling it out, and then when we run with him, we run about the same speed, and on the corners, he didn't have a prayer.
Jim, I know that after the boat stuffed at the Miami race, you're a little bit concerned about getting all these things, all these engines dialed in, but brother, it was dialed in today.
Oh, it was dialed in, and Bob did a great job throttling, and it really felt good out there. It's wonderful to bring home a checkered flag again.
How was the visibility out there? They had to, of course, stop the race. It got pretty bad, didn't it?
Yeah, it was horrible down on the south end corner. It's very dangerous, so it's a good thing they called the race.
Now, after 5 races on Superboat International 98, here are the leaders. Sloppy Joe still leads in spite of being second place today. Let's go down to the Super V docks.
Art, the Super V class is really shaping up to be one of the premier classes in SBI. Great race.
It was a great race. The water was pretty choppy out there, and it made a lot of competition with some of the bigger boats out here.
Jeff, another fountain boat, Jim Horn's boat, was giving you guys fits there for a while. These fountain boats are really fast.
Yeah, I tell you, my hat's off to Reggie Fountain, which helped us set this boat up and did a phenomenal job, and Art Lilly did a good job throttling. And I tell you, it's just, I'm very fortunate to be in this situation where we can run this boat.
You can tell in his voice he is very, very excited, very competitive class. The final order finished in Super V, Fountain, Lipship, Jim Horn, Powerboat in that order. Now let's go down once again to Stan for the winners in stock class.
Craig, you guys are catching some major league airtime out there today.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun today. I think we broke the fun meter today.
Tim, you have proven time and time again that this has got to be one of the fastest hulls in the history of S-Class.
Yeah, this boat loves this bumpy water. We have so much fun running this thing. It's unbelievable. Today we had a few problems out there, but we were able to maintain the lead and finish #1 overall.
Great race.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kind of timid Tim is sometimes, but he drives that boat real well, especially in rough water today. So the stock finish is Club Casachoke, Prime, Aveline, Key West Lager, 1, 2, 3, and 4. To the sportsman class.
Peter, great race out there in B. You and the Muscle were muscling out all day long.
Thank you, Stan. You had the Muscle, a bunch of great guys. It was a real close race. We lost the trim tabs. It was a little rough out there, sloppy, but it was great racing with the Muscle. Dave and Phil are real good guys.
Before the race started, everybody's saying the sea conditions are fairly smooth, Joe, but they weren't once you got out there, were they?
No, when the wind kicked up and that squall came through, it really got pretty bad. But as you know, we had something to prove to the Muscle down here. We had something we owed them, and it looks like the heavens took care of it for us. So they hosed them down for us.
So you did pay them back, right?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the wind paid them back too.
Sportsman B standings, the Muscle leads by about 500 points over the Instigator. Team Baja is third. Let's go down to the local winners in C class.
So this little 30-foot Cobra Cat was really screaming today.
Oh, yeah, we're doing great. We're running great. Boat's running great. It's got a nice attitude, and the weather was, you know, at the beginning it was nice water, perfect for a cat.
Got a little bit lumpy there towards the end, though, right?
Yeah, but we like it a little lumpy because we're not the fastest boat out there, but we're solid, and it gives us a chance to keep up in the rougher water.
And you can't win unless you finish, and you guys did that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Other winners in Pro Class, B71 High Risk, Rick Felson and Company. The Fountain in Manufacturing Class, Production, A96 Stainless Marine.
Joey, a great run today in Modified Class.
Why, thank you, Stan. Seemed like the boat was running pretty well out there. I'll tell you something. Since we changed over to Charlie Hames, the boat ran real flat out there. We kept the props in the water, and that's what wins championships.
Deerfield Beach Mayor Albert Capolini has announced that there will be another 3 years of SBI racing here in this great city of Deerfield Beach. On behalf of Stan Lane, I'm Jim Hendrick. So long, everybody. The next race, New York, New York. See you then.